What's going on, everybody? Tyler Croft here with TAC Fitness. In today's video, we're going to be going over how to design, run, and progress in your own training program designed to fit your needs, your limitations, and your own personal goals. Let's get after it. So first things first, the most important part, and what would seem like the most obvious part, is identifying your goal, right? In order to end up where you want to be, you need to know where you're going. Now, this doesn't have to be as complex as I want to add 138.2 pounds onto my deadlift by the end of this program, or that I want to add, 2.3 inches onto my biceps. But you do need to have a clear-cut objective. Because quite honestly, having a bodybuilder run a conjugate-based program, while it can develop a good physique, there's a difference between things that are possible and things that are optimal. Second thing we have to look at, how many days will you train? You can have one of the best programs written by one of the best coaches in the world, and if you miss a quarter of those workouts, you're not going to get the results that you desire. I would honestly prefer to have somebody just sit there and be honest and tell me, look, realistically, I will train twice a week. I can guarantee I'll train twice a week. I can write a solid program based on that. But if you are one of the people that will sit there and tell me, look, I'll train 4 or 5 days a week, whatever it takes. I'll do whatever it takes. And then come to find out that you're not making the results because you've been skipping your leg days or skipping your chest days. I can't guarantee anything at that point. That's on you. So the key factor to take away from this point is to be honest with yourself, okay? No one's going to judge you for training 1 or 2 days out of the week. Probably judge you if you're supposed to train 5 and you only train 2. So, third point that we need to look at, what exercises to do? I don't know. You tell me. This is where it becomes a little bit more of a complex conversation, because it can be as simple as do the bench press works your pecs. However, over time, it does need to cater more towards the individual. Okay, if a wide grip bench press really works your pecs, but it also really screws up your shoulders and leaves you in pain for the next couple of days, it's probably not the best exercise for you to be doing to build your chest. Maybe you want to try doing a dumbbell press or an incline press. Something that's going to change the movement a little bit, see if it targets the muscle group that you're trying to target without causing so much pain in the joints. That's where that cost-benefit analysis comes into play. And don't forget that it can also be as complex as maybe a wider grip bench press really screws up your shoulders in that 3 to 6 rep range, but let's lighten the load a little bit, put it to an 8 to 10 rep range, and all of a sudden it's blowing your chest up, your joints feel amazing, and everything is good. Number 4, how are we going to improve and track our progress so that we're actually making progress and we know we're making progress? The simplest thing you can do, and probably the best thing you can do, write down your workouts. You need to be logging your training. If you added an extra 5 pounds, if you did an extra rep, if you did an extra set, write that stuff down. This is not only going to help in this program, but it's going to help in the next couple of weeks, months, years, to identify what exercises, what rep schemes, what layouts actually worked for your body and gave you the most bang for your buck. That's the biggest thing that we're trying to figure out. What's the biggest bang for the buck? Now, number 5, and I would say a little bit more of a controversial topic, is when, how, and if to deload. For those of you that don't know what a deload is a period of time, maybe 1 to 2 weeks, where you're pulling the gas back a little bit. Maybe you're lightening the load. Maybe you're pulling the sets and reps back a little bit to allow your body to heal, your joints to feel better, your muscles to feel better, so that way you can go into your next training cycle strong and ready to go. There are a couple of people that tend to think you can train very hard all year round and it's really not going to affect you. That depends on the individual. It depends on how advanced you are. It depends on how you're training. If you are someone who's a beginner and you're really not training that hard because you don't know how to train hard yet, you probably don't need to deload as much as someone who's a little bit more advanced. I can tell you personally, anecdotally, and from the papers that I've read, some of the scientific literature that I've read, I personally like to deload. I like to put deloads in because it's just a period of time where you can feel a little bit better. Just because you're an athlete doesn't mean that you have to feel like crap all the time. You should be doing this to enhance your life, not make your life worse. So I personally like to put deloads in when deloads have been earned. Number 6, when do we make changes? This is another very important part about programming, because if you're always doing high bar squats for your quads, eventually it's going to get to a point where the high bar squat doesn't really work for your quads anymore. You kind of become resistant to growth. That's when we need to move in something else like an SSB squat or a hack squat or a leg press, something that's going to hit the quads in a different way and stimulate new growth. And we just push the high bar squats to the side for a little bit and allow the muscles to adapt to this new movement. And then a little bit later, we can move the high bar squats back in again, and it's fresh. It's building the muscle like it's supposed to, and everything is good. Think of it almost like a deload for certain movements. Now, if you guys have found the information in this video helpful, you want to run your own program, you want to design your own program, but you're still kind of iffy, you don't know where to start, I'm going to be attaching down below a free sample program that you can download and run yourself. This program is not designed to add 6 inches onto your biceps. This program is also not designed to add 100 pounds onto your deadlift. It's just a sample program that you can take. Maybe you want to change the exercises, maybe you want to change the reps a little bit, but it's designed to give you an outline of how to make progress. It's going to lay out when you should add a couple of pounds, when you should maybe add another rep, another set, what kind of intensity we're looking for. Maybe we're looking for an RPE of 7, an RPE of 8, how to kind of gauge that, and a simpler way of gauging it if you're really confused on RPE still. That's what this program is going to encompass, and it's going to be down below for free. All I ask is that you like the video, subscribe to the channel, maybe share the video so that this can help as many people as possible. That's really what I'm trying to do with this, even though, yes, I would love to eventually earn a living making videos and helping people in programming. I honestly just want to help as many people as I possibly can because I don't believe knowledge should be hoarded. And of course, I do also understand that there are going to be people that not only do not have the time, but they also do not have the mental desire to sit down and actually write a program for themselves. They would rather pay somebody to do that, and I am here to take your money if you like. I can definitely sit down for you and write a program for you, whether you want a linear progression, if you want a conjugate-based program, DUP, anything along those lines. We'll go over your kind of physical limitations or equipment access and stuff like that. If you're looking for one-on-one online personal coaching, I offer that as well. And the description for that is going to be in my Facebook page, which I'll link down below, TAC Fitness. That's where you can get a hold of me and we can figure out what we want to do. And if you guys would like to help me in any other way, I'm going to be leaving a link to my Facebook page as well as my Patreon down below. I'm still thinking about how to work and what to offer on Patreon, so if you guys have any suggestions for that, it'd definitely be appreciated. I know things are a little tight right now. They're tight for everybody, and I totally understand that. Even as far as liking the video, you don't know how much that means to me, guys. But until the next video, I'm out. Check you guys later.